Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The date was September 4th, 1973. It was my sophomore year at the University of North Texas, taking a marketing course in which a professor asked a simple word at the beginning of our first day of school. How many of you, by a show of hands, plan to be a salesperson? And I looked around the room, and I did not see too many hands up in the salesmanship class. My hand was down below. I had no intention of being a salesman. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, I've often heard that who you are and what you are not necessarily the same thing. This morning, I'm going to blur that line. Because when I was 7 years old, I found out that who I am, what I enjoy so much, is the life of a salesperson. It is who I am. You are all salespeople, if only to convince someone that is in their best interest to make a decision that you want them to make. Essentially, low end, that's what a salesperson does. When I was 7 years old, my parents gave me an allowance of 25 cents. But it was every single week. 25 cents for the things that I wanted, even back then, was just not nearly enough. Do you remember M.E. Moses, 5 and Dime? A number of you will. I could ride my bicycle, as a lot of us 7-year-olds did, back in the late 50s, to M.E. Moses over on Forest Lane. And for 25 cents, plus a penny tax, I could buy enough looms to make one pot holder. Actually, to make 5 pot holders. For 25 cents, I could create enough finished product so that I could go door to door and sell them for 25 cents a piece. So the first one covered my cost, the next 4 were pure profit. I shared this with my friends at school. My friends at school thought it was a great idea, but they didn't have the time that I had to create pot holders. I said, I'll tell you what. I will make them for you. You come to my house, and you can take them with you and sell them in your neighborhood. Sell them for 25 cents. I'll give you a dime a piece for every one you sell. I made 15 cents profit on every single pot holder. And to this day, I still have the Polaroid camera that I bought for myself after 1 weekend of profits. I was a salesperson. I did not realize it, but in presenting this to Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, it became very clear to me that if I gave them a reason why these potholders were so good for them, that they couldn't tell this little boy no. That was the beginning of an experience that I've enjoyed to this day. The delight that I receive as a professional salesperson comes from landing that catch, from getting that person from saying, I'm not really interested, to saying, yes, this is something that I want, or yes, this is something that I need, and then asking for the order. How many of you, by a show of hands, had gone to Chili's and ordered a to-go meal? In 1990, I presented a to-go program to Chili's. They did not have one. They said that a to-go order was sold to someone who neither bought dessert nor ordered a margarita. Today they have a to-go program. Very simply, it added 17% to their bottom line without compromising their in-house dining. I sold them their to-go program. And to this day, that is who I am. I'm not just Mark Siegel, Toastmaster, but within my being, I am a salesperson. One more thing, over the years, I look at the birth announcements all the time. I have my own birth announcement that my parents handed down to me. And I have yet to see in any announcement, born, to Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a salesman. Salesmen are never born. It must be who they are. Mr. Toastmaster.